Hello YouTube world, this is Recovering Yankee, and today is the day that I'm grinding up the peppers from my garden. A lot of them have been dried. The plants are slowing down now. They don't seem to be producing much anymore, and so there's still some pods that need to be ripened, but they're not even turning ripe yet. So I guess there's probably a first wave and a second wave of pepper growth. I'm wearing this mask not because I support the pandemic or anything like that. I'm wearing this mask because grinding these peppers up in my coffee grinder is the dust is going in the air, and I already breathed some of it in through my nose. The inside of my nose is burning right now, and it's gotten in my eyes and everything. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grind these peppers with this mask on, and then I'm going to pour them into the containers. I thought I had a lot of peppers, but I guess I was incorrect. Let me show you something. This is Carolina Reapers that I developed this whole summer. That is a pint a bag full of peppers. Now, I didn't even fill up this quart bag of Carolina Reapers except halfway. I filled it up halfway. That's the whole summer's growth of peppers. Now, so half a quart is a pint. So a pint of peppers, Carolina Reapers, only filled up this much. And you can see my two fingers here, how much that is. Let me see if I can pull back a little bit. It's only about 2 fingers deep. Not very much. Peppers grow from the Carolina Reapers. That's the entire yield right there. Now, like I said, there's still some peppers that need to be grown, that need to be ripened. But I'm going to show you how I do this. It's very easy. I have this regular coffee grinder, which the next time someone makes coffee, they're going to get a surprise. I'm going to have to, oh my gosh, they're going to get a surprise. Take the top off, and you pour some in. I'm going to put it on pause so I can pour it in. Hang on. Okay, as you can see, I poured some ghost peppers in the coffee grinder. I'm going to put the lid on the coffee grinder. My note to the chef: if I invite guests over to my house to have some coffee, don't come because you're gonna burn. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna burn. This is hot. Now, this bag right here is a gallon bag, and you can see I only filled it up about 3/4 of the way. Some of the peppers are already in the grinder. Now, I'm going to show you how much 3/4 of a bag, or 3/4 of a gallon makes, and then I'm going to put it all in here, in the ghost pepper jar. Okay? So, hold on. Watch how this works. You want to keep doing this until it turns nice and fine. Okay, now I'm going to put it on pause while I pour it in the container. And here's my first batch as I pour it into the container. Ghost peppers. Gosh, I'll tell you what, whoever invented hot peppers, totally crazy, but I understand. They're good, they're delicious, they're wonderful, and they burn your tongue and stuff. But when you're preparing peppers like this, you better wear a mask, I'm telling you. Okay, I'm going to put it on pause so I can pour some more ghost peppers from that bag into the coffee grinder. I got another container full. Okay, so if you come over my house and you want to drink some coffee, you better bring your own coffee, and it had better be ground already, because don't expect me, well, if you want, don't expect me to use my coffee grinder to help you with your coffee, because you will have the spiciest coffee on earth. So my recommendation, it's still burning my mouth. My recommendation is that you bring ground coffee over here and I'll make it for you. Don't bring whole coffee. Okay, let's see what we got here. Hey kids, don't do this at home. My eyes are burning, and I haven't even touched my eyes. I just rinsed my eyes out twice. This is ridiculous. Hot peppers are too hot. Who invented these? I turned that off here, so I could use this. So you just have to leave the room for a while. That's not. You can't turn it on. I have it unplugged. All right, there is my Thermax, my water vacuum. Okay, I bought that when I used to sell them years ago. What I'm doing is I'm using that vacuum to suck the pepper dust that's now in the air into the vacuum. Okay? I'll tell you what, that vacuum, my Thermax, is really doing the trick. It's sucking the dust right out of the air and putting it in the water. It's a little bit noisy. The newer models obviously are so quiet, it's ridiculous, but this is from 2001, I guess. Sometime around 2001. Anyway, it's a good tool. It's sucking the pepper dust right out of the air. Okay, sorry about the noise again, but this is, as you can see, a gallon of habaneros and a quart of habaneros. 3/4 of a gallon of ghost peppers yielded 1 container right to the top. 3/4. So that means I'm going to have to buy another container for the reapers. I mean for the habaneros. Okay. All right, people. Wow, that's hot. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. The peppers, when you powderize them like I did with a grinder, as soon as you open up the grinder, the dust goes in. Some of the dust goes in the air, and it gets all over your face. Obviously, you don't do it on purpose, and then it goes in your eyes. It went on my forehead, my nose. Even though I had my face covered with that silly COVID mask, I can feel it burning inside my ears. My eyes are burning right now. My forehead is burning right now. My cheeks and along the side of my nose is burning right now. That vacuum cleaner, I'm very thankful that I have that Thermax water cleaner, water vacuum, whatever you want to call it. When I used to sell them, we were taught not to say they were water vacuums. I think they're called the water filtration units. Water filtration home cleaners. I don't remember what they were called, but we used to call them something. I used to sell rainbows too. Anyway, so don't try this at home, kids. Listen, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. And I'm going to get out of the kitchen right now. It's too hot in this kitchen right now. The motor on the grinder started getting very hot. And I'm not sure if that's a double entendre or not. You know the phrase, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen? Again, double entendre. They're referring to the heat from the stove. But this is heat from peppers. If you can't stand... That's funny. That's a good one, Scott. That's a good one. Anyway, 3/4 of a bag, 3/4 of a gallon of habaneros, which is right here. You can see the habaneros more go in a bag than the ghost peppers. The ghost peppers are pretty big when they're cut out, when they're whole. The habaneros, they still have this full bag right here of habaneros. So now let's see how much we got. 1 pint of Carolina Reapers turned into this much dust. 3/4 of a gallon of ghost peppers turns into 1 container. And 3/4 of a gallon of another pepper turns into a full container. Now, It may look like there's a lot there, and there is a lot, but because this stuff is so hot, because these peppers are so hot, it's going to take me a year or more to get rid of this amount of ghost peppers, reapers, and habaneros. And I was thinking of taking one container and mixing it, where I'd mix ghost peppers, Carolina reapers, and habaneros in the same container. But I'm not 100% sure that would be good. If I have guests come over my house which are not allowed to drink coffee out of my coffee grinder, they're going to not see the label that I put on the jar for the peppers. It'll be mixed, and they won't see that label, and they'll pour that on their food, and then they'll have quite a surprise. So listen, if you come over my house, do not drink coffee that I have to grind in the grinder, and do not eat peppers that come from a container that says mixed, unless you're really ready for a surprise. Okay? Anyway, thank you very much, YouTube. If you like the content, share this with your friends, hit like, and subscribe, and have your friends subscribe too. And more on the diet soon. Also, I have some other important things I want to talk about, maybe in a later video. Okay, thank you very much. Bye.